Hello and welcome to another episode of the Shaver Ranch plus Wolves.
Howdy, folks. We are back from a whirlwind trip to Southern California, where we were born and raised and are so happy to have escaped from. But thought it was time to go down and visit family and friends. So we're back. First day back. Beautiful, 64 degrees, partly cloudy. We're loving it. It's good to be home. So it's been a long time since we had an update for the garden. Still have some honeybees buzzing the catnip.
Oh, they're taking a hay bath down here. See, both of them.
These poor guys are almost done. We've harvested a bunch out of here, and they're getting a little insect nipped. We are harvesting a ton of berries.
Absolutely everywhere.
We got the fall crop going, and they're good. I planted this a few weeks ago, and I was afraid because I couldn't water it on the trip, but it rained. So we're good to go. Got a lot of weeds. I got to get those out of there. Got, oh, I'm chewing still. Bush beans and collards. These collards didn't come up. I might plant a few more. I don't know if I'll have time for them to grow, but they take a frost pretty well.
Yeah.
In fact, they survived some snow at one point. I think it was last year or the year before. So yeah, some more collards, some more bush beans, some more collards, some rutabagas, kohlrabi. I'll have to be careful when I weed, try to find the actual kohlrabi. See, they didn't come up very well. It's just these little tiny things in with the weeds.
Yeah.
This is
Got some bees over here.
This was labeled a bush bean, but you know what? I think it might have been. Some of these beans were from seed packets. Some of them are from what I harvested from my own crops. So I might have mixed up and put a pole bean where I thought a bush bean was.
Yeah.
So
Get some rebar.
I might have to
Uh-oh.
put that up on the fence.
A turbosalt. Turbo. You doing, Kindle? Are you happy we're back?
She's still a cat.
Still bunnies.
Yeah, this is what we did. It's part of the Shaver Ranch. Not necessarily gardening, but a lot of water. I wanted to make sure that they were good to go. So they got 3 water bottles each.
Yeah. Why do they look like they're going 100 miles per hour all the time?
When they're sitting still.
Yep.
Look how tall the pole beans have gone.
Wow. Not getting very much chime out of that lately.
Yep. So
They're all the way up into the rain gutter.
got some corn. It's all still crowded as I always do, but they're doing well. Never did make our tinctures of the mullein weed. Very medicinal plant, and our berries are still growing pretty well.
Well, life is life. Things happen.
This berry, I don't even remember what kind, is growing great, and we got some flowers.
Yeah.
This is brand new plant, so yeah.
You're trying to rush in there. This is
brand new plant.
That was Transylvania.
Vampire.
Ooh, look what we got there.
Strawberries. Now take a glance at these babies.
Looks really good after we got all them carrots out of there.
All berries.
All the way up and over.
These are my little experimental plants where I grew and harvested my own seeds. All of them growing great.
Yep. We're gonna have a little bit of a tunnel going on there. We should have, what is it called, an arbor?
Yeah.
Goes up and over.
I love that sort of thing where the plants grow over and make a tunnel.
We should.
This
it's possible.
Mint. This is store soil. We bought this plant like it is, and plants never grow well when you buy them in a basket like this.
Yeah.
At least for me, like our Mother's Day plants out there, they have to be watered constantly. The soil just doesn't hold the water. So for the trip, I knew it would die. What do? I put it in a pan full of water, and it's growing like mad. So vigorous in just 4 days. Well, 5 at this point.
Nice.
My experimental carrots. Remember I grew these seeds and they were right here?
Yeah?
Finally got seeds and they're growing great. I'll have to thin them if I want carrots out of them.
Oh, Boots and Coco. How you doing, Boots?
It's not a cat update.
Sure it is. See?
Today's eggs.
Shadow.
Look at that big one. Boy, that chicken was cackling while she laid that.
All right.
We harvested
Tomatoes.
a whole basket full of tomatoes today.
Yep.
Because it had been several days.
Still more to come.
Yeah, we had so many that she just left these on the vine to get a little riper. This, I don't know what is going on. I mentioned before I'm either overwatering it or underwatering it, but the soil is still moist. Even after we've been gone, of course it rained, but it's still pretty moist. See, there's roots right here. So I don't know what's going on with it.
Maybe they're just dying out for the season.
Well, but it was doing that a few weeks ago.
Huh. Oh, that's where all the flies are. A cat pooped in there.
Yeah. Well, see, I've harvested this, so there's empty space. The cats are going to fill it. Nature abhors a vacuum.
Yeah.
And the sunflower is going great. I thinned out these some. They'll probably need more thinning, but I hate pulling my little babies.
Yeah.
And got some...
Oh, I almost stepped on that one.
Pulled some squash.
I'm paying attention to what's going on the camera, not necessarily what I'm stepping, where I'm stepping.
Squash, I treated them before I left on vacation with milk.
Yeah.
And it helped a little bit, but these are so far gone that the powdery mildew has taken over. But it's almost the end of the year, so I'm not too concerned. But if you look under here, got a lot of new growth still.
Yeah.
So we've still got a few weeks more of zucchini growing. And the
oh dear, that corn there is kind of tipping over there.
It's being pushed over. So yeah, still got a little bit of corn. You can see the cobs. We're gonna have a few corn cobs this year. Put my knife on. Thought I'd do a little knife review. This is a Ginsu. If you remember the cheap 70s infomercials, Ginsu knives. But this is very thick. It's Damascus steel where it's been folded over several times to strengthen the steel, and it's razor sharp.
Oh yeah.
It's dirty. This is my farm knife.
Yep. You just put it on a strop there just a moment ago.
Yeah. And it was relatively inexpensive. It was $35. I got it from one of our catalogs.
Yep.
Our good catalogs that we buy from.
This is also my Timberwolf. Very inexpensive, cheap knife, but it's you can engrave it, and it's got German steel, so it's not like cheap China 420 or 440 stainless. But it's my everyday carry. It gets dirty, beat up.
Pretty much the same thing. Got some weeds growing. These are the rutabagas that I grew, and I pulled from that other. I thinned them, but I wanted to see if I could save some, and I did. So they're growing.
Cool.
Here's where I thinned them from, and these, they're so thick that I don't think the rain got through them very well because they're starting to wilt a little bit. So I'll probably have to water these. But they're growing well.
Yep.
Same old thing, squash, squash, squash. But look at this nice new growth down here with a few flower buds coming in.
Yep.
Those are rutabagas over there. They're growing pretty well.
New.
They look like they
gourd.
could use some water because the rain is being blocked by the roof of the shed.
Oh yeah.
But this is the same. Cantaloupes, carrots are all growing pretty well.
Awesome. What's that thing? That's just a
That's a weed, but I think it's a... Oh, I can't remember.
Plantain?
No, that's a poisonous one. What it was a...
I can't
Put me on the spot. I can't remember. Foxglove.
Foxglove. That's it.
So over here I have these potatoes, and these potatoes were just from last year, and they were tiny, and I just threw them in somewhere. I didn't want to throw them away because they were sprouting, so I just threw them in there. We're gonna dig them out. I don't know if you want to take the time on the video to do it.
Yeah, we're almost at 10 minutes, so
You might want to pause it, and if there's anything we see, we'll put it on there.
all right. All right.
One plant, and there's still more in the dirt, so that's not too bad.
Little ones, a lot of little ones.
That's just the brand or the style or the variety that they are.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got some more in here.
Yep.
Pause it again and pull another. The worm, I don't. Oh.
Worm.
Oh. So yeah, we're getting a few in here. Just got to dig for the gold.
Yep.
Worms are very good for your garden. Their poop is perfect fertilizer, and they loosen and aerate the soil. It's wonderful. So whenever I find a random worm, ooh, this is gushy gooey.
Ugh.
Find a random worm, I make sure it goes in the garden.
Yep. Turbo. How you doing?
As long as we're talking taters, if they're exposed to the sun, they turn green and they're toxic. Never eat a green potato. You will not be happy with yourself if you do.
Yep. And also the plants themselves are toxic.
Yeah, the leaves and stems.
Anything green on a potato is bad.
No. Oh, and my son, my younger son, when we were planting, there were some sprouts, and those white sprouts. And he said, well, that's not green. Maybe I should try eating it.
Oh,
He just took a little bit. Had stomach issues that night.
Wow.
So don't eat the white parts either.
Whew.
So yeah,
Alright.
these, like I said, they were probably this size when I planted them, and
Yeah.
but they were shriveled up, and they were the last ones. And I built this late in the spring. I said, well, I'll just throw them in and see what they do. So
Here we are.
Might get a meal out of them. I
Yep.
still got 2 more over there.
Cool. All right, well, I think we'll wrap it up for this one. We're hitting
good.
the 12-minute mark here. So, if you like these, please like and subscribe for more. Comment if you have any questions. We'll
good.
see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.